Hi, love. Hello, and welcome to Co-Creative Healing Journey. My name is Greta. I am a healer, and this is an energy reading where we are looking at the energies of the collective, that being the soul group that is in alignment with the ongoing healing process here on the channel. And we are looking at the energies of Mercury retrograde. So, Mercury is going retrograde about 4 times a year, and this time it is going to be from the 5th of August until the 28th or 29th of August. So for most of August, Mercury will be going retrograde. And to me, when Mercury goes retrograde, it's a time for us to catch up, like in our thinking, right? Because especially in this modern life, it wasn't like this, when astrology was first laid down. But in this modern life, things go so fast, and so it's important to have this time to slow down and really catch up with our beliefs and our thoughts and how we make sense of reality. When we're at the level of Mercury, it's this planet of the explanations, how we make sense of things, how they work, right? The stories we tell ourselves, also the narratives. And so we are in Virgo energy and we are catching up on it. And so when we're in Virgo energy, it's very much a pragmatic energy that comes forward. Does this work for me? Does this not work for me? And Mercury retrograde is going to be a lot about the confrontation, to be up close and personal with situations, circumstances, dynamics, people, places, things in our lives. And again, being very pragmatic about it, seeing how it works for us and the extent to which it does. And so, let's look at the cards we have. We have guidance here. Wow. Master number 33. Okay. Which is the number of soul growth, soul evolution, very much in alignment with the energies and really the soul group. With that, we have got 3 delight. So we have 3 threes so far. And then we've got another 3. We have decision. Yeah. And this is something I also would have said, that the Mercury in the earth signs is very much about decisions. It is about volition and what we want to make happen through the ability to control our thoughts, essentially, to make decisions, right? So let's look at it. We've got an overall energy for this Mercury retrograde that is talking about guidance. And what I'm getting is that there's an energy at this time where the divine is coming through and coming in and becoming much more involved with our earthly life situations, circumstances, just becoming very much more present in our daily lives. And that's not going to be for everybody. Again, it's for the soul group. So for you and me and other members of our soul group. And there's guidance coming in about how to be, how to do things. And when we are in Virgo energy, we are in the 6th house, which is to me the house of lifestyle. And the 6th house is very much about conscious choices and decisions. It rules our health, it rules our work, how we do our work, how we organize our work, how we go about work. It also rules, everything that we kind of need to consciously choose as part of our lifestyle. So that, for example, the 3rd house is routines. And that's one aspect where we do the same thing over and over again. The 6th house is those big decisions. How am I gonna live? And then is it gonna include focusing on my health? Is it going to include pets, for example, which is part of the 6th house? All of those dynamics that are really going to come to bear. And it's about a lot more guidance coming in at that level, very much centered around the lifestyle, because our lifestyle is either supportive of us or it's not. And so the energy in terms of pragmatism, in terms of is it working, is it not working, is what I'm doing as part of my lifestyle. Is it bringing more or less love energy into my life? So is it positive or negative? Is it something that is bringing more delight, more fun, more joy, more happiness, more peace, more trust, more faith, and so on and so forth into my life? Or is it taking away? And delight is talking about how you're going to be at this time, especially with this is so beautiful, because the energies are coming in. And when we have divine energy coming in, it's about inspiration, and it's very often very spontaneous and, again, intuitive. And so there's an intuitive knowing here and through this time of retrograde, about what feels good to us, about what brings joy into our lives. And therefore, fundamentally, there's a knowing about where we are aligned and where we're not. And based on that knowing, in Mercury retrograde, we are forging a deeper ability to know what to do about it, to know how to take that knowing, to take those sensations, those feelings, those experiences, and ground them into something specific, something direct, something actionable. What do I do about the fact that I'm realizing through how good it feels, how loved I feel in this experience, I'm feeling so connected to spirit. I'm understanding the guidance in spirit telling me this is good for you, this works for you. But what do I do about it? How do I go about bringing it into my life at all or more? Or how do I go about making it work with other elements of my life? There's a knowledge and a knowing of how to go about that. Again, that what I was talking about, explanation, how things make sense, that is going to come in and shape itself and mold itself. Tick, 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 tick. And through the process of Mercury retrograde, which is this redefining, rediscovering, reinventing also, but also just reviewing, going back into how we've done things before, but here having the ability to forge something new that is going to be just so much more beneficial to you in the long term. Make no mistake about it, this is Mercury retrograde. Usually it's in earth energy for a while. I haven't checked, but next time it should be in earth energy again in Capricorn. But there's a message that is going to be an ongoing dynamic, but this could be potentially life-changing, which again is in alignment with the energies of August. This is just such a beautiful, wonderful time to learn about how you can become much more aligned and live much more aligned in practical, pragmatic, down-to-earth kinds of ways. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I was just thinking about that the other day, last night actually, because I have the ability, I just ask, is this aligned, is not aligned? And I've trained myself to know and to be able to pick up on that kind of energy. Yes, this is open, this is closed, this is good, this is not good, this is aligned, this is not aligned. So I just ask myself, and that's what I go about. I don't necessarily ask myself, do I want A, B, C, or D? I ask myself, is it aligned or not aligned? And down to, in the supermarket, aligned, not aligned. Okay. It just cuts through everything. For me, it's very pragmatic. It's very practical. I love doing that. And I was thinking like, oh, that's the thing. And it's about coming into a space and a place where you prefer the alignment above anything and everything else. It doesn't matter if it's technically this or that. If it looks like this, it looks like that. It's going to work like this. It's going to work like that. If it's going to go against this or that, it doesn't matter. What matters to me is whether or not it's aligned. And I've learned over time, and through my experience, I've learned that aligned is always going to be the best option ever. Even if there are obstacles, even if it's just always going to work out beautifully because I'm bringing in all of this higher energy. I'm in alignment with all this higher energy, right? And so I was thinking that, and I thought, wait, that would be awesome to teach. I need to tell them. And here I am telling you. But moreover, I was thinking, how would people pick up on that? How could I possibly teach my way of arriving at that? And I could see how I could, but I just felt like it was something so unique to every single person. I wouldn't necessarily be able to teach a lot of people how to do it, right? But I don't need to. Spirit is. It's like your way. It's what makes sense to you. It's your own individual way of detecting, noticing, perceiving, understanding, explaining to yourself that you are in alignment in this situation, that circumstance, in this way, that way, and so on, and then learning how to act on it. And how beautiful is that, And it's like perfect goodwill. I really wanted to bring it out there. I want people to know this and to be able to live accordingly because it's just so wonderful. So of course I would want to share it or with others. But I don't need to. Spirit is on the case, So there's also something about knowing the level at which spirit operates and being able to detect Virgo energy, very grounded energy of humility. And humus is the soil. So being grounded, close to the earth, knowing your place, knowing what it is for you to do and what it is for spirit to do is also part of this process. So that being said, got carried away because I love it. So we've got our Page of Cups right underneath Delight. Sounds like reiteration, but Spirit wouldn't do that because there's no need to. We have our Nine of Swords. We have our Eight of Pentacles because we got the message loud and clear. Loud and clear. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. We have got Major Arcana number 1, the Magician, of course we do. And we have our Queen of Wands. Okay. Upside down she is, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, newfound confidence that you're going to be bringing in. And again, this was a message of the new moon in Leo, which was just yesterday here on the channel, but also in the year it's happening for 4th, 5th of August. So at the same time as this Mercury retrograde, there's this energy of becoming much more confident about following the heart, about following higher guidance, about living in a truer way. And so this is connecting into that. Now, first, I feel like these two go together. We have got our Page of Cups, and we've got our... Yeah, that was 11 and 11. Beautiful. Okay, it is on my camera, actually, while I'm recording. So it's in the eye of the beholder. We have our Page of Cups, and we have our Nine of Swords. And Spirit is saying there is no way to mistake it. It either feels good or it feels like anxiety, right? And this energy for me is like my stomach tightens. I feel so constricted inside. Like if you followed it to its natural conclusion, it's like you can't breathe. It's just like anxiety. And these are not mistakable. You can't mistake one for the other. This is day and night, right? Night and day. And it's about navigating your life according to this feeling. It's not something you want to chase, but it's something that you want to normalize, for this to be your experience more often than not. And for you to see these moments of anxiety, stress, strain, a feeling constricted as exactly that, a constriction of the energy and something to take on, something to do something about, rather than something to sit in. And by the way, we have videos here on the channel where we are talking about the baseline. You may want to check those out, because this is literally what it is. It's about shifting your baseline so that this becomes your experience more often than not. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is the work that you want to do. Now, Eight of Pentacles is a card that in modern times we have described as work, like a workplace energy, which is also the 6th house. But it is showing up much more about productivity, and Eight of Pentacles at its essence is how we employ our time, how we spend our time. There's a word that is escaping me right now, but it's that, like employment. Employment didn't used to be work. It used to be, again, making use of time, productivity, more than specifically a job. And so this is what Spirit wants you to be looking at in this Mercury retrograde, and to be rethinking and reconsidering, how am I spending my time? How am I being productive? And especially to define productivity in the sense of, am I producing more happiness, more joy, more love, so things that are positive, or am I producing things that are taking away happiness, joy, and love from my life? So things that are negative. Am I putting my productivity into negativity? And again, this is how you spend most of your time. If you spend 8 hours a day scrolling through social media and looking at things that are about drama, they're about stress, they're about strain, they're about fear, then you're employing your time to cultivate negativity. And so it would be like that. And it's about developing that awareness, which you're going to need for this magician energy. Because what you're going to be doing over the course of Mercury retrograde in the energy, right, if you take advantage of the potentials of this energy, is that you're going to be refining your ability to really co-create in alignment with Spirit, to bring through that higher guidance, the higher knowing, the higher energy, bring it through into material form and create things that are aligned. And so, for example, let's say you spend your time scrolling social media, like I said, and you're looking at drama channels and things like that, and you're putting yourself in that energy. If you then put your phone down and you go out and you try to write the greatest novel that has ever been written, you're not in a matching energy. Your baseline is much more here than it is there. However, if you do spend your time doing things throughout the day, putting your time, your focus, your energy into things that feel good, into things that make you happy, then you're going to have a baseline that's closer to here. So that when you then take this energy, especially of August, but in general, take the energy in order to create and manifest, what you're going to create and manifest is also going to be much more of this energy and much more in alignment with what you want to experience. And so you're learning to be a much more discriminating manifester, because we are all manifestors. We all manifest our reality. We all bring it into being. But this is talking about, again, discrimination, which is also the energy of Virgo, actually, to be able to look at things and to, again, discriminate. This is healthy. This is not healthy. This is good for me. This is not good for me, from a pragmatic space, and to consider it. Virgo is very detail oriented energy. So it also goes into an avoidance of excuses. There are going to be no excuses. It's like, yeah, but it's a little bit not good for me. No, not in Virgo energy. And again, it all is going to serve to make you a much more powerful, potent manifester, because you're going to be more aligned. Oh my God. Sometimes I can't even believe these messages I'm delivering. This is so cool. Now we have Queen of Wands here, and she was upside down, and there's a confidence here that is going to be growing. Basically, what you're going to see and what you're going to realize on the other end of this journey, and you are not going to see it on the outset, is that following the light, which is represented here by this sunflower. Sunflowers follow the sun, right? Following the light, following the creative potential inherent to the light, is going to make you feel very empowered to take on things that you didn't think you could take on before, that you didn't know were possible. She's looking this way, which represents the future symbolically. And so there's a power that is going to be arising from within you through this process that you can't see from the outset. You don't know. Even if you're sitting here and going, yes, it's super valuable to have this kind of alignment, to place my baseline and things that are positive and aligned and all these good things. If, you know, even what I was talking to you about, you're going to come out on the other side with an expanded perspective on that. And again, as a much more powerful and aligned co-creator. This is going to be amazing for you. And Queen of Wands. And it's going to have you develop a lot of confidence also in your abilities to co-create, because the confidence is not going to come from you, because at the end of the day, you're smaller. You're a child, right? Divine child, but still a child. And the confidence is going to come from spirit. When you put your confidence in the alignment, you're putting your confidence in spirit's ability to come through in alignment. And then, wow, that's literally another level. That's a whole other level. You're shifting levels through this Mercury retrograde. Again, if you can wrap your mind around it, and it doesn't have to be all or nothing this season. I feel like it's not really. I feel like it is going to be an ongoing thing, but there are definitely lessons and growth for you to realize here and now in these times. So my love, those were the messages that I have for you here now. I hope that they served you. May you be blessed always and in always, and I will be seeing you around. Bye.